Let's pull all this together. How do you use your data ecosystem and the insights that you can create from the different data sets to help transform your business? Let's start with the business challenges that you crafted in an earlier lesson. You have a set of ideas for specific challenges that could deliver value to your company. Each idea sits somewhere on the improvement to transformation spectrum. Let's look at how connecting your insights to those challenges will help you refine your focus and ultimately pick a transformation challenge to build a business case for in a later module. First, let's look at an example to help you see all of this coming together. Imagine you run a dairy production company. You own a herd of cows, a milk production facility where the cows are milked and the milk is collected, and a set of trucks that deliver the milk tanks to yogurt and cheese producers. This is a pretty simple business model. Is there really data and hidden value that will help you improve or transform a business that is all about milking cows? Well, of course. Let's start by exploring the broader business challenges in this scenario, and then focus on one that will lead to transformative outcomes. One of your customers or users is the downstream supply chain. By focusing on the user, you might ask, how could we give them a better service? If you're thinking 10x, you also know you don't want to improve the service by just 10%. You want it to be 10 times better. And incorporating the superpowers of cloud can help. So to deliver a service that'll be 10 times better, let's think, where are the uncertainties or knowledge gaps in my business that are having the most impact on my users or customers? Well, it's hard to know how much milk each cow will produce next week, in 3 weeks, or even in the first week of next month. This means the varying levels of milk production lead to supply uncertainty for your downstream partners, yogurt and cheese factories. This is starting to sound like a good business challenge. Let's use a question to format it. How can we predict how much milk our cows produce down to the day? Now that's a challenge. The solution would be revolutionary too. And since we use the word predict, we already know we can leverage the superpowers of cloud. What we need now is data. Imagine you built this data ecosystem. Let's start thinking about the data sets in your ecosystem that will give you insight here. What factors impact milk production? Breed of cow? Age? Feedstock? What about weather? We're seeing more and more data sets that could be useful. With a little investigation, you uncover that rainfall has a significant impact. The more it rains, the more water the cows get in their diet, and so the more milk they produce. Their milk production is also linked to the breed of cow and on how much exercise they've had and how much they've moved. How could you leverage data to address your business challenge? Well, you probably have years of ledger data on how much milk is produced each day by cow. This is a powerful data set. Another data set you need is rainfall. When will it rain? You can easily get this because the weather forecast is public data. So immediately, just by looking at how much milk has been produced each day over the past few years and integrating that with the weather patterns over the past few years, you've got an insight. But there's another layer. Your cows move around a lot, and if exercise is linked to milk production, capturing their movements could improve your accuracy even more. What if you add a geolocation tag to each cow that tracks their movement? Now you can confirm that you can solve your challenge with the data you have or can get. You have the historic data sets to start building a model, past production of type of cow, and past weather. And the real-time data sets, movement, type of cow, and weather forecast to enable the model to self-learn. Now you have predictions that are as accurate as the weather forecast. This means you can anticipate production and share that with your downstream partners. It means that your partners will know when there are peaks and troughs in supply, and they can better resource their facilities. It also means that you can plan how many delivery trucks you'll need. This is only one possibility. There are many more. For example, how does stress impact milk production? What if you could monitor each cow's stress level to give insight into how much milk they will produce over their lifetime? Even better, what if you could pick up disease earlier and isolate cows in order to reduce the spread of disease through the herd? The possibilities are endless when you think 10x. In this example, we see a business challenge developed into specific actions, like geolocation tagging and building a cloud model to predict milk production. Remember, it's best to start this process by focusing on your users. Then, think 10x. How could you radically rethink the problem instead of just improving the status quo? Once you've identified that aspirational business challenge, look at the data sets in your data ecosystem. What could you combine to generate the kind of insight you need to achieve your 10x challenge? Following these steps will help you identify practical solutions to solve your transformation challenge.